Today we're taking a look at the Resurgence LD from Bear Archery for 2022. Welcome back to Mike's Archery's YouTube, and today we are taking a look at the Resurgence LD from Bear Archery. It's part of their new 2022 lineup, and it is one of their bows that's made for you long draw guys. Now, Bear doesn't have a whole lot of options, and frankly, neither does anybody else. If you're a 31, 32 inch draw length, especially that 32, you kind of get gypped. There's not a lot of options out there, so Bear has tried to fill that niche over the last several years with a long draw option. Now, it is a made in the USA bow. And with all the Bear stuff, it's made right there in Gainesville, Florida, and they keep that coming at us with a great lineup of bows, and we don't have to worry about too much on the supply chain stuff that we've seen some issues out of a lot of manufacturers. Now, the specs on this bow are coming to you at a speed of 310 feet per second with an axle to axle of 32 inches and a brace height of 7 inches. So this bow, since it is for you long draw guys and specifically is supposed to be on that top end of things, they've made it a very forgiving bow. And at 32 inches axle to axle, it's right there in a nice point that it's not terribly long, but it's certainly not a short bow. But that 7-inch brace height is going to make this a forgiving, real nice shooting bow. And since it does have that long draw, that's probably better for you guys being able to get a little more forgiveness out of this bow. Now, the speed rating coming in at 310, obviously being a single cam, it's quite a bit slower than what you're seeing out of a lot of other stuff. But if you're that guy that's got a 31, 32 inch draw, you're gaining all that back because you gain a ton of speed when you pass that 30-inch mark, and it starts picking up momentum on those longer draws. So if you do buy this bow and you're a shorter draw length, just realize that it is not a performance bow with that single cam on there. Now, the factory weight on this bow is coming into you at 3.9 pounds. We threw it on the scale and we got 4.2 pounds. Now, the draw length adjustment, being a single cam and trying to get to that 32-inch mark, they still gave a ton of adjustment on that low end. So if you are a shorter draw and like the specs of this bow and want a single cam, it goes all the way down to 25 inches on the short end of things, and you're going to be able to outfit pretty much anybody out there on the market. So if you've been looking at something and you, like I said, want a slower, more forgiving single cam setup that's going to be really smooth coming over, this is going to be an option for you. If even though it's a long draw and meant to be out there at those 31, 32 inches, you can shoot this at 28, 27 inches and get a nice forgiving platform that's going to shoot really well. Now, the draw weight options on this bow come to you at 70-pound max and 60-pound max, and Bear still has that 15-pound draw weight adjustment in those packages, so you can get it all the way down to 45 pounds on a 60-pound max and down to 55 pounds on a 70-pound max. Now, with that single cam, it is only an 80% let off. There's no variable adjustability there on your let off. It is strictly an 80% let off on this cam. Some of the features that Bear built into it is that new vibration reduction system that they came out with for this year. Now, having those KillerWave limb dampeners in between the limbs is allowing to take some of that extra shock out of the aftershot and giving it a real nice feel on this bow. The bow does come standard with aluminum limb pockets, and being a lower end price point bow, having those aluminum limb pockets is something you don't see out of most of the manufacturers, but Bear kept that higher quality limb pocket even on this lower end bow. It does have a standard single string stop on the bottom and does have that slim grip with those rounded edges, so it's going to sit really nice in your hand, give you a great feel after the shot. It's not going to contribute to a lot of torque in your hand, since it is a really slim grip sitting there in that palm of your hand. The bow also comes with standard double rest holes, which is a nice feature that Bear puts on all their bows. If you've got a rest that will accommodate that, and most of the Trophy Ridge stuff does. Now, this bow does come standard in right or left hand, but is very limited on color options. This bow is only going to come in one camo option in a Realtree Edge or in Shadow Black. That's going to be your only options available in that 60 or 70 pound max draw weights. And usually we have seen in the past, most of these bows have come in an RTH package. Bear did away with the package on the Resurgence LD. It's going to come to you as a stripped down bow, so you're going to be able to outfit this with whatever accessories you want to put on there. Now, with that said, they kept it at a price point on this bow. Being a bow only, it's going to come to you at a MAP price of $399, keeping it under that $400 price point and giving you a really nice option with quite a few nice features at a really conservative price that's going to be able to fit anybody's budget. From there, you're just going to have to realize that whatever you use as far as accessories, you can build this back up to a very nice performing bow with the accessories that you put on it. So now we're going to step over to the lanes and shoot this bow, kind of give you an idea of what it gives you on performance as far as speed, as well as noise, and just the overall feel of the bow. As usual, we're going to be shooting this bow at 70 pounds on 29-inch draw length with a 400 grain arrow at 80% let off on this cam system. We've stepped over to the lane and we're going to take a few shots out of the Resurgence LD. And as usual, we are shooting our 400 grain arrow, shooting this at 29 inches and 70 pounds, and this single cam being at 80% let off. So we're going to see what kind of speeds this thing puts up, as well as the noise and just the overall feel of the cam. All right, so 273, and that's been where we've been hovering, right there in that low 270s, 272, 273. But overall, pretty good speeds considering that it is a single cam bow. It's not rated extremely fast, but it is smooth. That single cam gives you that smoothness, but you are giving up speed for that. And overall, just a good feel. It's dead in the hand, fairly quiet. Noise rating on that was 97.3. So not bad, right there where we're seeing most compounds fall. For a low-end bow, for a guy that needs that longer draw, this is something you should definitely take a look at because it's going to be a really nice bow for a really nice price point. Now we are going to go ahead and shoot this on 32 inches here. We're going to take this bow, adjust it out, just so you guys with the longer draws can kind of see what it does. Now since this is a long draw bow, we thought we should go ahead and shoot this at the 32-inch draw length just for you guys to give you an idea of what the speeds are. So we set this out to 32 inches, which I am only a 29, so take that in consideration. It's not going to be comfortable for me at all, but just to kind of give you a speed rating, we're going to shoot it at 32 inches, still with a 400 grain arrow, and still at 85% let off, but we'll just see how this does at the longer draw lengths. So 288, so brings it up quite a bit. We get quite a bit faster speed. Adding that draw length obviously does change that quite a bit, but just realize that you can get much better speeds out of this for you long draw guys. So if a Resurgence LD is something that you're looking for, give us a call here at Mike's Archery and we will get you set up with one.